Kind souls often attract wounded people, but you're not their healer. The people who truly care will never make you question your worth. Walking away from what hurts you is an act of bravery. You're not wrong for wanting to feel safe. The most powerful response to hate is inner peace. Your worth is not up for debate. You don't need to harden your heart to survive. It's okay to outgrow people who refuse to grow themselves. Boundaries are a love letter to your future self. Being misunderstood doesn't make your truth less valid. You deserve people who water your soul, not drain it. Some people only respect the doors you close. You don't have to explain your healing to anyone. Your heart is not a punching bag for someone else's pain. It's not weakness to choose grace over revenge. Walking away is a louder statement than shouting back. People who belittle you are revealing their own brokenness. Your empathy is a gift, not a burden. Silence can be the strongest form of self-defense. You're not too sensitive, you're deeply human. Not every battle is yours to fight. Your peace is worth more than proving a point. You can rise above without losing yourself. Let their bitterness die in the quiet of your indifference. You don't owe kindness to people who use it against you. Healing means choosing yourself over and over again. Your heart deserves to feel safe in its softness. The right people will honor your sensitivity, not exploit it. You are not a mirror for someone else's cruelty. Kindness is powerful, but self-respect is essential. You are allowed to love yourself more than you fear being disliked. Distance is a language too, and sometimes it's love. You don't need to burn yourself to keep others warm. Your heart is precious. Guard it wisely. Even the kindest soul deserves to walk away. Peace feels better than winning an argument. You can be gentle and still be fierce in your self-protection. The strongest hearts are those that choose love despite the hurt. You're not weak for feeling deeply. You're alive. Your light irritates those who live in shadows. Shine anyway. Kindness to yourself is the first step to freedom. No one can take your power unless you hand it to them. Your sensitivity is not a flaw, it's a language of the soul. You are not what hurt you, you are what you choose to become. Choosing to walk away is choosing yourself. You are not fragile, you are just brave enough to feel. Don't chase people. Be yourself and the right ones will find you. Every scar is proof you survived. You don't grow stronger by avoiding the fire, you grow by walking through it. Your softness is beautiful, but your strength is unstoppable. Let them judge. Their words can't touch your truth. The world doesn't get to decide who you are. You do. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's showing up despite it. You are not fragile. You are a force. Stop apologizing for being yourself. You are not too much. They are just not enough. Your softness is your superpower, not your weakness. Walking away from toxicity is a victory, not a failure. You don't have to set yourself on fire to keep others warm. The people who mind don't matter, and the people who matter don't mind. Your worth is not determined by someone else's inability to see it. Boundaries are a form of self-respect, not cruelty. You were not made to blend in. You were made to stand out. Healing is messy, but so is growing. Letting go is also an act of love. Your voice deserves to be heard, even if it shakes. Not everyone deserves access to your energy. You are allowed to take up space. Growth means outgrowing people who no longer align with you. You don't owe anyone an explanation for your healing. Being kind to yourself is a revolutionary act. Trust the timing of your life. You are not responsible for other people's happiness. The right people will celebrate your authenticity. It's okay to choose yourself. Self-love is not selfish, it's necessary. Rest is productive. Your emotions are valid, no matter how inconvenient they are to others. You can be a work in progress and still be worthy of love and respect. Let people underestimate you. Success is the best response. You are not obligated to shrink yourself for others' comfort. Peace begins when you stop pleasing everyone. Your intuition is your superpower. Trust it. It's brave to start over. The love you give to yourself sets the standard for how others treat you. You are enough, exactly as you are. Your presence is a gift. Let your light shine, even if it blinds others. Self-respect will save you more than trying to be liked ever will. Your heart is a garden. Not everyone deserves to plant seeds there. You don't need permission to rest. Sometimes growth requires isolation. You are stronger than your worst days. Your dreams are valid. Chase them unapologetically. You can be both a masterpiece and a work in progress. Not every action needs a reaction. The right people will find you when you live in your truth. Your energy is sacred. Protect it. Forgiveness is for you, not them. Release what you can't control. Celebrate your small wins. They build the foundation for big victories. Your value doesn't decrease because of someone's inability to see your worth. Choose peace over proving a point. It's okay to walk away from what no longer grows you. Your heart is not a rehabilitation center for broken people. Kindness is strength, not weakness. Invest in your own happiness. Being alone is better than being surrounded by people who dim your light. You don't need permission to protect your peace. Your softness doesn't make you a target, it makes you rare. Cruel words are reflections of the speaker, not the listener. You are not obligated to hold space for someone who harms you. People who try to break you fear your light. The more you own who you are, the less power anyone has over you. Thick skin doesn't mean losing your heart. It means loving yourself enough to stop shrinking. Your voice matters, even if it shakes. Stop apologizing for taking up space. Your existence is a revolution. They can't cage a soul that was born to be free. The fire in your spirit wasn't meant to be extinguished. Your power lies in your refusal to settle. Let their doubt echo into emptiness, not into your heart. You were not built for smallness. The strongest revenge is relentless self-love. Your voice is a weapon. Wield it with purpose. You don't need validation to know you're enough. Be a storm, not a breeze. Their fear of your potential is not your problem. You owe no one an explanation for your evolution. Every scar tells a story of survival. The world adjusts to those who refuse to shrink. Your presence is a statement. You are not a shadow, you are the light. Your boundaries are your sanctuary. Your soul is untouchable. Refuse to apologize for your intensity. You are not for everyone, and that's a blessing. Stand tall in your truth, even if you stand alone. You don't need their acceptance to thrive. Your dreams are bigger than their limitations. Be a monument to your own strength. Your growth will disturb those committed to staying the same. Let your heart beat louder than their opinions. You are a force of nature, not a passing breeze. Your worth is not negotiable. Let rejection redirect you to something greater. You carry galaxies within you. Don't shrink to fit small minds. The right people will never flinch at your fire. Your resilience is louder than their criticism. The love you show yourself sets the tone for the world. Never apologize for evolving beyond your past. Your presence alone is an act of defiance. You weren't made to be tamed. They can't diminish what they don't understand. Trust yourself like your soul depends on it. Your softness is a rebellion in a hardened world. Every time you rise, you rewrite the narrative. Be unshakable in your self-belief. Your path is yours. Walk it boldly. You don't need their permission to be extraordinary. Let your essence be louder than their noise. You are your own revolution. The world bends to those brave enough to break the rules. Your existence disrupts mediocrity. You are an unstoppable masterpiece in motion. Let them watch while you soar. Your soul was made to expand, not shrink. The loudest voices are often the most afraid. You don't need to prove your worth. You are the proof. Let your heart guide you, not their judgment. Your softness is a lighthouse, not a liability. The right people will see your magic without you explaining it. You are more powerful than your worst day. Let your peace be your loudest response. You are not responsible for fixing people who refuse to heal. Let your spirit be louder than your fears. You don't need to prove your worth. You were born worthy. Be the love you keep trying to find in others. Not everyone deserves a front row seat to your life. You don't owe anyone an explanation for your peace. Let yourself rest without guilt. You are a whole universe, not just a chapter. Your past mistakes don't define your future potential. Release the need for constant validation. The people who truly love you will choose you every time. You are not a burden for having needs. Let your healing be the loudest response to your pain. Your growth is your own. No one else needs to understand it. Don't let people who fear growth keep you small. You deserve love that feels like home, not a battlefield. Your voice matters, even when it shakes. It's okay to walk away from people who dim your spark. You are not obligated to set yourself on fire to keep others warm. Trust yourself. You know what you need. Your energy is sacred. Protect it with boundaries. You are allowed to choose peace over chaos. The right people will celebrate your evolution. You don't need permission to put yourself first. Even the darkest nights end with sunrise. Let your dreams be bigger than your doubts. You are enough, even when you feel broken. Kindness to yourself is a radical act of love. Your worth isn't measured by what you produce. Release what weighs you down. You were made to fly. You are not a reflection of those who couldn't love you. Healing means choosing yourself over and over again. The love you seek already lives inside you. Your presence is a gift, not a burden. Let your heart guide you, even when logic fails. You don't need to shrink to fit someone else's vision of you. Every small step forward is still progress. Your inner peace is your superpower. The right people will never make you feel too much. You deserve to feel safe in your softness. Let yourself evolve without apology. You are not obligated to stay the same for anyone. Your light is a beacon for those meant to find you. You can be both a masterpiece and a work in progress. Trust the timing of your transformation. You don't owe anyone access to your healing. Your sensitivity is a strength, not a flaw. Even your scars are proof of your resilience. Let your presence be a reminder that love exists. You are stronger than every storm you've survived. Your spirit was made to rise, not stay rooted in pain. Celebrate yourself. You've come so far. You don't need to apologize for being difficult to break. Your dreams are valid. Chase them unapologetically. Let your life be a reflection of your highest self. You don't need to carry what isn't yours to hold. Your presence is enough. You don't have to earn it. Be loyal to your growth, not your past. The people meant for you will never ask you to shrink. You are a warrior, not a victim of circumstance. Let your dreams be louder than their doubts. Your worth is not tied to your productivity. Choose joy even when it feels rebellious. Not every storm is yours to weather. You deserve peace, not constant survival mode. Let go of what dims your soul. Trust yourself. You know the way. You are not behind. You are on your own timeline. Kindness to yourself is the foundation of strength. Your existence is already enough. Forgive yourself for what you didn't know then. Every setback is a setup for your comeback. Rest is a right, not a reward. You are not a project to be fixed. You are a masterpiece. The love you seek begins within you. Release what doesn't align with your highest self. Your heart deserves gentleness, even from you. Your softness is the bravest thing about you. Let your heart stay open, even when it hurts. You are enough, even on your hardest days. Your voice is powerful. Use it. It's okay to outgrow what no longer fits your spirit. Your inner peace is worth protecting. Boundaries are a bridge to self-love. You are allowed to evolve into someone new. Let go of the version of you built for survival. You were made to thrive, not just exist. Be patient with your unfolding. Every scar tells a story of your strength. Your soul is resilient beyond measure. You deserve people who pour into you, not drain you. Trust the unfolding of your path. Let your heart be wild and free. You are a living testament to perseverance. Your light is a gift. Protect it fiercely. You don't need permission to be extraordinary. You weren't born to blend in. You were born to stand out. The people who mind your boldness don't deserve your presence. Confidence is built by surviving what was meant to break you. Your authenticity is your armor. You get to decide what your soul is worth, not them. Stop dimming your light to make others comfortable. Being disliked is a small price to pay for being free. Strength isn't never falling. It's rising every time you do. It's not your job to make everyone like you. Your bravery will scare people who never found their own. Resilience is choosing yourself even when the world tells you not to. You're not too much. They're just not enough for you. more you embrace your weirdness, the more powerful you become. Fear fades the moment you decide you belong. Every insult is a reminder that your presence is felt. You're not here to please everyone. You're here to be yourself. Your boldness is a gift, not a problem. Grow so resilient that rejection feels like redirection. It takes more strength to stay kind than to turn cold. The strongest armor is knowing your worth. Let your confidence be louder than their criticism. They can't silence someone who doesn't seek their approval. The people who truly matter will love you as you are. Fear is temporary. Regret lasts forever. Owning your truth is the most rebellious thing you can do. When you stop fearing rejection, you become unstoppable. Your uniqueness is your superpower. The world needs more people brave enough to be real. No one else can be you, and that's your greatest strength. The louder they doubt you, the harder you should go. You are stronger than every insult, every rejection, and every fear. Dare to be disliked. It's the price of authenticity. Nothing grows in a comfort zone. Step out and bloom. Being yourself is the bravest thing you'll ever do. They'll talk no matter what, so you might as well live boldly. The more you trust yourself, the less you fear others. Don't shrink to fit spaces you've outgrown. Your spirit is stronger than their judgment. Let their hate be the wind beneath your wings. You owe it to yourself to be fully, unapologetically you. Outgrow the need for approval. The more you embrace your flaws, the less they can be used against you. Don't let small minds make you question your big heart. What people say about you is a reflection of them, not you. Be so sure of your worth that their words can't reach you. Your softness is not a liability, it's your superpower. Strong back, soft heart, unstoppable soul. You don't need permission to take up space. Being real will scare fake people. Let your resilience be louder than their noise. Your authenticity will attract the right people and repel the wrong ones. Strength is standing tall, even when your voice shakes. You are not responsible for people who choose to misunderstand you. Don't let the fear of criticism silence your truth. Their rejection is redirection to something better. You were born to break the mold, not fit into it. Your boundaries are proof of your self-respect. No one can make you feel small without your permission. If they can't handle your light, let them stay in the dark. You're not here to live a watered-down version of yourself. The strongest people turn pain into purpose. Stop explaining yourself to people committed to misunderstanding you. The bravest thing you can do is exist loudly. Resilience is choosing to bloom in places meant to break you. Be the storm they never saw coming. Confidence isn't arrogance, it's self-respect. Let their opinions stay their burden, not yours. The people who mind don't matter, and the people who matter don't mind. Your soul wasn't meant to live in a cage of approval. Be fearless in your pursuit of what sets your heart on fire. You are not a reflection of their insecurities. Own your weirdness. It's what makes you unstoppable. Your self-love is your greatest shield. Every insult is just free motivation. You're not difficult. You just refuse to be disrespected. The right people will celebrate your authenticity, not punish it. Let your existence be an act of defiance. You weren't made to fade into the background. Turn their doubt into your fuel. You're not too sensitive, you're just human. What makes you different is what makes you powerful. It's better to be hated for who you are than loved for who you're not. Stand firm like a mountain, no matter how hard the wind blows. They can throw words like stones, but you are unbreakable. The strongest armor is knowing you don't need to be liked by everyone. The best way to silence your critics is to prove them wrong with success. Every time you rise above the hate, you become untouchable. You don't have to dim your light just because it burns their eyes. Resilience is built every time you refuse to shrink. Your worth isn't up for debate. People throw rocks at things that shine. Keep glowing. Be so rooted in yourself that their storms can't uproot you. They can't break you if you don't hand them the pieces. Your strength lies in how many times you rise, not how many times you fall. Let your soul be a fortress, not a doorway for toxicity. Being misunderstood is the price of authenticity. You are stronger than the shadows they try to cast over you. Let their judgment echo back to them, not into your heart. The loudest critics are the most afraid to live boldly. Every scar is proof that you chose to survive. You are not defined by the way people treat you. They can't touch you if you decide to be untouchable. The more you love yourself, the less their opinions matter. Don't let temporary people leave permanent wounds. Your courage is louder than their cruelty. You are not fragile. You are a force. You weren't made to blend in. You were made to stand out. No one can make you feel less than without your consent. The most powerful act of rebellion is loving yourself anyway. You can be gentle and still have a backbone of steel. They fear what they can't control, your freedom. Don't let small minds keep you from living a big life. Your sensitivity is not a weakness, it's your superpower. Let your heart be soft, but your boundaries be unbreakable. When people show you their darkness, let it teach you to shine brighter. You are not a victim of their words. You are the victor of your story. The best revenge is living a life you love, untouched by their negativity. Stand tall, even when it feels like the world is trying to crush you. Your peace is more powerful than their chaos. What they hate in you is a reflection of what they lack in themselves. When you know your worth, nothing can shake you.